USC is gearing up for fall semester as the university slowly opens. We're here on campus to see what's now available to students.
Several colleges are making vaccinations mandatory. Students and a university president react to this major decision.
And USC launches a new program to help stop the spread of COVID-19. See It Live starts now.
USC is allowing more students on campus as COVID-19 restrictions are lifted in LA County and across the state. Good evening, I'm Liza Montesabian.
And I'm Jillian Carroll, and we're reporting on campus outside Wallace Annenberg Hall. Liza, I actually had the chance to walk around campus today, and there are more students here than I've seen in a while. In order to enter the campus right now, students can use the Trojan Check app. After completing a health questionnaire, a code is generated that's used to check in students at the South Gate. The app also allows students to make appointments to use classroom facilities and outdoor study spaces. Signs around campus welcome students back, but also remind them to wear masks and socially distance. Students can get tested for COVID-19 through USC near Central Campus and Doheny Library. It is so great to finally be back on campus. You know, even if we have to wear masks and socially distance, it's just really nice that we get to be here and experience the buildings and everything.
I know, it's such an exciting time. I actually haven't been to Annenberg since I added a journalism major during the pandemic, so I'm really happy to be here and really happy to be here with you.
And I'm super excited that you're getting to experience this, but next semester there's going to be a whole lot of new and returning students who will be back on campus.
Yes, and Student Health could be making this a lot easier with a new program to help USC students track COVID cases on campus. Tap for Tracing is Student Health's new program designed for students to receive contact tracing notifications through email. Students can now tap their ID cards at 5 outdoor location stations to see if anyone who has tested positive has been at that location. The 5 locations are Seeds at the Ronald Tudor Campus Center, McCarthy Lawn Dining Tent, Rosso Oros, Seaver Hall on the Health Science Campus, and the Transportation Tram. Students can go to Trojan Check or Workday to update their current location.
So I come in here probably 2 or 3 times a week, and as soon as I came in here, lady who works at the cashier told me that I needed to scan in, and that it was a new kind of system that they were using. I think that it should work in kind of limiting the spread of COVID, and I think it's a good implication, and I don't know why it wasn't used sooner.
The tracking status will be updated on coronavirus.usc.edu within 24 hours. In preparation for the fall, USC has been asking students to update their vaccine records. For students who received their vaccinations on campus, their records will automatically update. For everyone else, photo proof of public vaccinations must be uploaded to MySHR. Those who do not get a vaccine must submit a declination form.
Some universities across the country will be requiring the COVID-19 vaccine in order to return to campus in the fall. I'm Taylor Milliner reporting from Los Angeles. The University of Oakland in Michigan is requiring students who live on campus to be vaccinated. The president of the university says there's been a positive response.
But if a student wants to live in Oakland housing, we require vaccination. And that's because in congregate living, close quarters, that's when the virus is known to be most contagious and pass very rapidly. And we want to ensure that our students do not get infected. I think that most educated students and most parents feel that this is a safety measure. And when they think about their child, if you're a parent or even a student, thinks about a student that's rooming with another student in a dorm or a suite, let's just say a 4-student suite, it's very reassuring to think that your suite mate is immune.
The growing number of schools requiring proof of a COVID vaccination includes Cornell, Rutgers, Brown, Northeastern, St. Edward's, Syracuse, and Cleveland State University. Universities say reaction to the vaccine mandates has been mostly positive. Students are willing to do what it takes to get back on campus.
Brown overall has been very strict on COVID policies. We've already had to get tested very often, and there's a lot of rules in place already. So I kind of expected it. Hopefully, like, the vaccine will allow Brown to give us the freedom that we need for our mental health to be able to see other students and enjoy college.
I mean, it would be like getting the flu shot. I think it just makes everyone kind of safer all around. So it's not something that I think people should be scared of. And, if it's the quickest way back to, normal life, then I think that's the best thing we can do.
At this point, USC said the university's COVID vaccination policy is still in development, and there's no word yet on when that policy will be announced.
As USC begins to open campus, more students are looking forward to things going back to normal. We talked to a fraternity member and a lacrosse club team player about their expectations.
And I also have not been able to play club lacrosse this semester. And that was a big part of something that I really enjoyed doing last year. And I'm excited to just get back together with everybody and see a bunch of familiar faces in my day-to-day life.
Socially, it definitely impacted it a lot. I would say particularly like the big gatherings that we usually have, like last semester tailgates, we couldn't have any of those at all. Or like a spring formal, any of those big gatherings, as well as like any registers or just big parties altogether.
I'm Olivia Novato, also on campus, right outside Wallace Annenberg Hall. For this year's freshmen and USC's new class of admits, being on campus is part of the college experience they were hoping for.
I'm looking forward to, just meeting new people. I go to a really small private school. So, and I've been there my whole life since I was like in kindergarten. So it's the same people throughout like my whole childhood. So I'm really excited to, really branch out, to, be challenged, to meet new people, learn new ideas, be exposed to different perspectives, and just really meet different people from not only California, but around the world.
I'm definitely excited to be able to be on campus and say hi to my friends, see professors, be able to study there, and just really feel like I'm getting a collegiate experience, because one of the things I found in love with USC was just the overall contagious energy and love for the school that you feel from every student as they're walking around on campus.
For those thinking of returning to campus this semester, people who are fully vaccinated can travel without testing or quarantining. Those not vaccinated must quarantine for 7 days after getting a negative COVID test. If not COVID tested, you must quarantine for 10 days. All travelers should monitor themselves for 14 days after arrival. For professors, getting back in the classroom means more hands-on work and a better connection with students. We talked to some USC professors about what they're most excited for when we return in the fall.
Even just like as the semester is progressing, like you see less people with their cameras on and things like that. I feel like I get a lot of energy from seeing students kind of like go about their lives and skateboarding, and I think that's what I miss the most. I'm looking forward to the most, is just seeing the energy of the place.
As soon as all of us get our vaccinations, I will be so incredibly excited about getting back to in-person learning. And also, given the fact that we were able to adapt to Zoom life somehow, I think we will be able to manage the challenge of any hybrid version of this as well.
There's a chance that some professors will teach hybrid classes in the fall, given some travel restrictions may still be in place.
Annenberg Dean Willow Bay talked this afternoon with the U.S. Surgeon General about young people's mental health in the pandemic. Dr. Vivek Murthy emphasized the importance of honest conversations.
The conversation is only sustained on mental health if people in their everyday lives choose to talk about it around the dinner table, choose to raise it with their friends, choose to share their own story on social media. And so that's how I will be thinking about my work, is how do we use the lever of policy, but how do we build a larger grassroots movement, if you will, in our country around mental health and emotional well-being, so that we can make it a priority, so we don't feel ashamed about talking about it in the public square, and so that we invest in building schools and workplaces and neighborhoods that ultimately support social connection and emotional well-being.
It's so nice that there's an awareness from the government and from adults that there is a mental health crisis in the United States right now, especially amongst young people. It's really nice to come together and talk about how are we going to move forward? What are potential solutions?
This year has been really hard for a lot of college students, and I mean, same for me. It's difficult to spend a lot of time by yourself just looking at a computer screen and not having the opportunity to get to do face-to-face things.
I know, this time has been really challenging and it's been very isolating, but I'm really grateful that USC has been able to afford us such incredible resources to be able to better our mental health, and I'm really looking forward to this fall. It'll be an exciting time.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that is it for this Thursday. Thank you so much for watching.
From everyone at See It Live, have a great night.